Hi all, we are here with Neil Lagali, who is a professor of ophthalmology at the Linköping University in Sweden. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me here.
So, today your intervention in the 6th European Aniridia Conference was about the cost and the activity. What's new?
Yes, okay, we're very happy to be able to have a session here for our COST Action, our European network. So what's new? We are doing many different activities, research, but also outreach to Aniridia patient societies, and we're also to doctors and to young doctors and trainees and young scientists to educate them more about Aniridia and about what to be aware of with Aniridia, but also what's happening in terms of our understanding and our research and how it's evolving. So some of the activities, for example, we are working on new research on stem cells, for example, better types of stem cell treatment coming from patients' own derived cells, for example. New therapies, existing drugs that can be repurposed for Aniridia. So this is a very exciting area. But as well, some patient involvement in the research as well. So we're looking at developing a survey of people with Aniridia across Europe so that they can tell us about what is their life experience with having Aniridia and what challenges they face with the vision. So this survey will go out to across Europe. We also have other activities with patient involvement, dissemination activities. For example, we have designed a comic book for children with Aniridia, and this will be published later this year to explain to them what is Aniridia, what is special about your eyes, and what's being done about it around the world. So what kind of research are we doing? So just to explain in a way that's understandable for young people.
And this kind of comic book is findable also on YouTube and other channels?
Yes. So we have our COST website, and the comic book will be, we will print it, but we will also have it available for download from our website. Mm-hmm. And it will also be available in a number of different languages as well, so that the children can look at the pictures while someone reads to them in their own language.
And so if you have to think about the best result or the main three results of the activity of COST, what they are?
Okay, I think first and foremost it's getting together a critical mass of doctors and scientists to really tackle the most challenging problems that we have today in managing Aniridia or trying to treat Aniridia. So really getting all these people together into one project, into meetings together, I think that's the most important thing, because that really starts to make the ideas come and the possibilities to collaborate, and that's how we move further with the science. I think another great thing is a number of different groups have identified now some drugs that could really be repurposed or used for Aniridia that are not originally designed for Aniridia but can be used for Aniridia. And I think we have to take that to we're taking that to the next stage to try to get trials, human trials for these. So that's the second thing. And the third thing I think would be really that we're coming closer and closer to the patient associations, and this is really important because we have to understand what the needs are of people with Aniridia, and they have to be able to give their input into what they think is important for the research. So it's sort of dialogue both ways, and I think with this action we've really just coming closer.
Until some years ago, the relationship between specialist doctors and patients was not possible, and also was not advised. No. But today the things are changes, and what is the most important thing of this change in terms of relationship?
Yes, I think the doctors and scientists are seeing how engaged and how strong the associations are, and how they're coming to these meetings, how they're doing their best to understand the science and to have a dialogue. So I think that's really good. And also, I think we're having more of an understanding that a lot of the ways that were used in the past for treatment and diagnosis and so forth have not worked so well. And I think there's become more and more of an acknowledgement of that over time, and I think that's really important. And we're continuing with that. We want to do more studies where we really look back retrospectively and see how has it gone for patients with certain treatments, and what has failed and what has succeeded. And I think we're becoming more, open to really to try to acknowledge, but also to publish those experiences, the good and the bad experiences,
and to better understand them in this sense. And what in this kind of activity you are making, what are the perspective, and maybe what are the challenges or the best challenge to face?
I think one major challenge is always funding, because we need this to move forward. So this is a major challenge. But I think with a benefit of coming together is that a lot of us can go together and apply for funding together. And I think we're stronger when we do this together. And the funding is needed because if we really have identified new potential therapies, to really take it from the lab into first clinical trials, and then really to get to a product, it requires a lot of funding, and it requires time. And so this is, I would say, a major challenge that we have.
So we want to see your finding. we want to have them as soon as possible. However, thanks for your job, for your work, obviously, and it's a pleasure. It was a pleasure to having you.
It was a pleasure to do the interview, and thank you so much for your engagement. And we hope to collaborate more in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.